What's going on again, Breaking Barriers podcast? Look,
Happy Tuesday.
it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Look, we are jumping on here real fast to address some things from concerning the episode we had last night. I just want people to know whether you're in here or not, when you watch it later on YouTube or whatever it is, however you view this video. And if you've been a past guest on our show, first of all, we appreciate you. We don't ever bring anybody on our show for anything other than to have a adult conversation. That's it. If what we do isn't for you, don't come on our show. I want to give each one of my co-hosts the opportunity to speak about what happened yesterday. I posted a clip from the episode. It is season 3, episode 5 on our platform. Watch it, the whole episode. It's an echo. Somebody echo.
It might be me. Hold on.
So if you want to go and see that, you can go and watch it. But yesterday, I will not say anybody's name because I'm not giving them any more attention than they need. Because I know some people do come on and do stuff like that too. I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna wait because I don't do the drama. I'm very, very serious about my brands and especially my name. That's all I got. So I'm gonna let whoever want to go first go and speak their piece about how things transpire, what takeaways they got, or whatever they want to say and get out there, because I know that we have been attacked on another level that we've never been attacked before. So I want everybody to be able to speak their piece and say what they need to say.
Well, since I guess I was quote unquote the corporate, the corporate, I'll speak first. So I definitely I wanted to have good intentions, right? We have the name called Breaking Barriers. So I went back and watched the video because hey, if I did something wrong, you know, I I'm man enough to say, you know what, okay. Let me see what I did wrong. And I can take that if someone says, hey, you did something wrong. I think that the young lady had thought that we came in, or especially me, came in with ill intentions. Um, I didn't see her video previous to you playing it actually on the show. Um, I didn't see her, don't really know what her message is, what she stood for. I thought we was just having adult conversation. Um, and I feel like she came extremely guarded. I was not trying to single her out. I was just trying to talk because based off of the things that she said, and you can go back and watch it, she definitely contradicted herself multiple times throughout
Yes.
the interview. Um, but I feel like, yeah, she just really came in hot. She came in guarded, and that's not what I was on. I wasn't on that type of time. I was just having conversation and having fun. Um, like I said, I was going to have a conversation with her once we finished, to just kind of talk. You know what I mean? I didn't know her previous to that, never had a conversation. So maybe that could have been part of it as well, too. What I didn't like was the fact that she said that I attacked her and y'all sat and watched. Um, I think those that statement in itself is extremely harsh. No way did I attack her. I didn't attack her personally. I didn't talk about her personally. I talked about what we were talking about, and I kept it strict to what we were talking about. And so I don't understand why she personally felt attacked and felt like y'all just sat back and watched. Um, it's quite sad. It's sad that we can't have a conversation because we talk about it, we see it on social media all day long, every day, that the black community, men and women, can't get it together, right? We can't talk. We don't like each other. And she showed that why that is. She talked over us. She didn't want to listen, and it just kind of and it was just sad. Um, I say what I say. I wish her nothing but the best. Um, and you know what? If she reached out to me, I would talk to her. And I'm not even gonna address any of the other stuff that she said about me because if you know better, you do better, right?
Mhm.
And also, anybody know my situation knows I ain't even gonna go there. Um,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm
Don't
not
do
even
it.
gonna go there. See what I'm saying? Somebody got to take the high road in these situations, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I yeah.
Let me read this comment. After watching the entire show from last night, in my opinion, she came in aggressive and on guard. It was almost like she wanted the smoke.
Is there still an echo with me?
Nah, you good.
But
Okay, so I was the person that came across her post originally, and I invited her on the show because I thought what she said it made sense to me, and I agreed with the video that was showed. So what happened on the show, we will never know what part she felt, what you said that she felt attacked by, because she's blocked me, and she won't, and I don't think she wants to come back on the show, but she's in the comments talking about, whatever it is. So we'll never know exactly what point she felt like you attacked her. Um, but what bothered me the most by it was that I know myself and you, Dee Dee, and Adrian, we're not the type of people that will come out and try to attack somebody, just even if we don't agree with what they say. So I think that those allegations, and then to say that you and I, Dee Dee, just sat by and watched it, I really don't know what she would like, what would she care for us to say. But again, when after the show aired, after we got off of the show, when I went on Instagram, I just so happened to come across her story and the things she said, which she kind of repeated in the comments earlier today. Um, I was hurt by it because I know it's never my intention, and I don't believe it's your intention either to ever hurt somebody. For her to say we set somebody up, I would never set up anyone, especially not another black woman. I would never set them up. For what? For views? What would be the reason to set somebody up? So that was very hurtful to me. I hate to see anybody else bothered or feel like they feel like I hurt them intentionally, but I had to eventually just remind myself that I checked on her as soon as she ended. I sent her a message right then saying, "Hey, is everything okay? Did something happen?" And then after she didn't respond, I thanked her for coming on the show. The next thing I know, she blocked me, so she never got that message. So I feel like if there were some way to make the situation better or like try to come to terms with it, that won't happen because she blocked me. So I don't know. Well, I don't want to say blocked. Maybe she unfriended. She didn't look at my message, so I don't know. But yeah, I wish her nothing but peace and blessings and everything prosperous in her life.
I'm so glad y'all so nice. Um, First of all, let me just say that I have grown immensely. Um, Hold on, let me read this comment. She came on the show with ill intent. I agree. I've grown a lot because I watched the show back too before I went and clicked it up, and I was very proud of myself for being quiet because Adrian, you know me from back in the day. That ain't my normal response. So after Drina came back and told us what happened on the live, and there was something spewed about me. Uh, a lot vulgar words about me. And then she came in the comments and said what she said, that I set her up to be embarrassed. I allowed the male, M-A-L-E, co-host on my show to attack her. Everything. I was unprofessional. I was rude. I sat in silence. All these things that she spewed about me. I don't know her. Never met her. Never talked to her. Never had a conversation with her at all. What happens is when you continually allow yourself to be in an echo chamber of single women who only agree with you, this is what happens when you come outside of that chamber and you have to have real conversations with people who don't agree with you. It is not bashing, it is not attacking, it's a conversation of open-minded people who have experienced things outside of what you've experienced, that are trying to give you some of their experiences about things that you say that you want. You don't have to agree with it, but you also don't have to go on the defense mode and attack people in a way that you did, because you are triggered. We did not trigger you. You are triggered because of your experiences. The things that you spewed about Adrian, I won't repeat them because he doesn't want them to be repeated. Unacceptable. What needs to happen is Black women need to hold other Black women accountable. And that's what I'm going to do today. What you did was unacceptable. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you go on your show, on your page, whatever you got to say about me, that's fine. But what I won't allow you to do is discredit what we do on this podcast, talk down about what we do on this podcast, because nobody attacked her. Everything she said, she came here aggressively, combative, uncooperative, disrespectful, over talking, overbearing, and just being downright unpalatable in every way across the board. So if you want to go back into your little cave with the people that follow you and agree with you, have at it. Because you said yourself that you want to be married. This married man tried to give you the blueprint on how to make that happen with the type of man that you said you wanted to be married to. You vehemently disagree with him on that. And then you went and tried to discredit him on your platform because he didn't agree with you. So I hope that you go back, like I advised you before, to go back and rewatch the video and experience yourself from outside of your body and see how masculine you are. Because I don't think you understand. You yourself said, I repeat what you said on the show. You said that you are who you are attracting, which is nobody, because you've been single for 6 years. So how about you go and reevaluate what it is that you're putting out, and maybe you might attract somebody that can tolerate you. I doubt it, because you've hit the wall, you're passing your 36, probably ain't gonna happen. But you might want to take some notes from all the other stuff you've been listening to and spewing out, because you made no sense yesterday. You contradicted yourself on so many levels, and you were unwilling to listen to anything anybody had to say because you came here with an agenda, and that's what you did. Now you got some sound bites. You can go clip this shit up and sell it to your platform and the people that follow you, and let them. Now I'm being rude, and I hope you can take it. Anybody else that want to come on the show, we have never had a guest come on our show like this, ever. Every time we've had somebody come on, we've had great conversations, whether we agreed or disagreed. We came on here and we had all types of conversations, no matter what the topic was. Never have they ever left our show early. And let me address Joel leaving early, because I think I said it on the show. I can't remember if I said it out. I did. Because he left the show early. He sent us a message and said he had to leave early. I heard that somebody said we didn't say nothing about him leaving. He told us he had to go early, and I thanked him for being on the show, and he had to leave early. So, but somebody that wants to be a victim will always try to be a victim. But that's all I got to say. I'm sorry, y'all. Debbie said, I think after this, there will have to be some kind of orientation to guests prior to participating. Yes, Lord. As to what the podcast is about, and let them know that it's a mature podcast, and being able to share different views and still being able to respect all views. Some people are more comfortable sharing their own views. Yeah, and that's that which is not for this period. And that's another thing. Like, I'm not going on nobody's podcast without doing my homework first. Let me go see, because had she watched some of our episodes, she would know that I wasn't going to come to her rescue on any of the stuff that she was saying. That ain't my platform at all.
As far as coming to her rescue, there were a lot of times where she agreed with what Adrian and Joel said. So again, we will never know exactly what part it was that she is saying that she felt attacked, because for a good portion of that conversation, you and Adrian and Joel, some of the things she said y'all agree with, some of the things she said y'all agree with it as well. So we'll never know at what point she felt the attack mode set in, because again, she left the show.
The attack mode was anything that you didn't agree with her, she felt attacked. Because every time they said something, it was I disagree. Well, I disagree. And Sam says that he said, now that I think of it, it may have been the Kevin Samuels reference that took her over the top. She made the reference in her video about Kevin Samuels. She said it. Right. That's what makes it a great conversation, the difference of opinions. We can't all agree. We can't.
This was not how I intended to start off Black History Month. I don't think any of us did. Oh, child.
She did a deep sigh at every point that somebody didn't agree with her on. Which said she got to yelling and tuned out as soon as Adrian made it. I actually agree with some of the things she was saying. It was how she was conveying her point that was the problem. She didn't want to hear anyone else's counterpoint, which doesn't work in conversation. Exactly. It was like Drina just said, they was agreeing, and then it was like it would go so left. I don't know. She said, bruh's response about Kevin Samuels, she didn't like it because he didn't agree. Exactly. When he agreed on the point that she made about Kevin Samuels, everything was good. When he made a different point, it went to shit. It's just like, and one thing I really want to point out too, because it was a reference made on the show about social media. And it was, I think it was something about, Adrian, you said something about relationships. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something she made a point about relationship goals. Oh, you said you can't be what you're not. That's what you said. Can't be what you're not. And she said, yes, you can. Look at the relationship goals on social media. And I'm like, this is the problem. That's not a real place. This what happened yesterday was a real place where you actually had to have a real conversation with real people. So those things don't make sense when you say them out loud. So now you're feeling attacked because you don't have an amen corner. So those 220,000 views she said she got on that video, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say about 50% of them were single women. Might be more than that, but I'm being nice. Come on, Double Time. Come on back on next week, please. Come on, help us out, because we say she tried to get Adrian about his past relationship and staying too long. She did. She tried.
And you just like, okay, like.
What's it? Yeah, different people that you don't personally know to agree with you. That's crazy. It's absolutely delusional. Actually, it's insane. You guys coming forward and facing whatever opinion anyone has is a great way to start off Black History Month. Shows you care. Go ahead. That's right. Tell them, Shonda. She's used to blocking unwanted truth in this show. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely noticed that. I mean, now looking at it and then rewatching it, she came in hot, and I think that she was just defensive, and it was just kind of like, for what? Because and what I think it was because of her video, because in her video she talked about $100 dates. You remember, I immediately dismissed that, but she kept saying all you did was point out like, what are you talking about? I told you I can't even relate to that. And but I did say how we choose, right? That I feel like everybody's saying what they feel it went left. I feel like it went left when I said how women choose men. And that's when, because she kept trying to dismiss that and go back to the $100 date. I don't care nothing about that. And it's a problem. It is a problem how we select, people. Like I said, man, I mean, me being a man, me being a high volume man, right? I'm not finna dish you, sis. I don't care what you say about me. I'm a married man with kids, like, and I'm respectful. Ain't no way I'm finna stoop down there. You know what I'm saying? So the only way, you want to have a conversation, then we can have a conversation. But I'm not gonna drag you. How would that look? How would that look? What kind of example would I be setting? So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, she said the point she was trying to make was that people send their representative, which is true. This inside joke, she said Lester be an example. This is her ex, but she didn't explain her point. She just stated it and expected people to understand it because that's what happens when you continually regurgitate things you hear on social media.
Right.
You can't really explain something that you don't really know what you're talking about. And she came on, she couldn't even like explain any of her points. That's why she's like, let me change the subject. But let me change the subject. Because once you challenge her on it, she doesn't have a rebuttal because she's never really had to go deeper than the surface.
What does your representative have to do with having feminine energy? Because that was my whole point.
Yeah.
If you have feminine energy or you have masculine energy, like you're gonna, even if you don't, because typically your representative just really doesn't give all of you, right? You typically don't give all of you, but that still shouldn't stop you from being feminine, you
Right.
know. Period. We can't. We women, and I stand 10 toes down on this. Like, listen, if you want the type of man that you want, be you, be feminine. There's no need for you to play the switch up game. Period. If you're a feminine young lady, be feminine. If he can't accept your femininity, find someone who will.
And,
It's that simple.
and most women who argue about being feminine just aren't feminine. It's just that simple. They're just not. So, and Jen says she led with y'all didn't ask for her approval to play that clip, and that's when I know this is gonna get good because sis definitely came in hot. Oh, and the part about let's argue. That's the part that killed me. She specifically said, "All right, who wants to argue?" And then she said that I set her up to argue with my male co-host.
And
How
we
do I know
still
what he's
didn't
gonna
take
say?
that
I don't
approach.
know what's gonna happen on the show.
Us guys, I don't feel like we took that approach. I feel like we was respectful and we just respectfully disagreed. It was, I don't know, it was just delusion for me to watch, like some of the things that was being said. And instead of, once again, man, instead of just kind of having that conversation and talking it through, we just gotta listen. Like that's part of it, man. Like I always say that, like you want what somebody else have, but yet you don't want to listen to them.
Right.
We don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Didi, if I want to learn how to train and you trying to tell me and I'm coming to you and we talking about it, I'ma listen. Like
Right.
you got the game. I'ma listen. I'ma soak it in. I'ma take notes.
Danica says she made a point to talk about not trying to be in a relationship, not being in a relationship for 6 years, and then appears to be upset men aren't looking at her. Oh, God. Oh, golly. Well, there you have it. Raphael said most women hate the truth, especially coming from a high value man, because now they have to face the fact that they are the problem.
Mm.
Let the church say amen.
Ooh. I don't even need to say nothing else after that.
Well,
Maybe that's what it was. It was a gut check.
that's exactly what it was. Because how when you said that I'm going to speak from my personal experience, my group of friends, my high value friends, this is this and this. That wasn't acceptable. But when she said I'm speaking from my experience and the high value men that I've dated, then that was acceptable. I'm like, he just said the same. And I stayed quiet because I was gonna say, you talking about the high value men that slept with you? Because ain't none of them take you serious because you've been single for 6 years.
Hmm.
Sometimes you have to close your damn mouth and hear it and listen. I've had to learn that myself. Now that's a bar. That's a bar.
Mm.
But listen. Well, I got out what I needed to get out. I don't know the lady, so I won't see anything that she posts unless somebody tell me. She ain't that relevant. Like I told her, she thinks she's more than what she is. That's what I told her. So she should probably pipe down a little bit. She ain't that important. Yeah, we're gonna keep on being we're gonna keep breaking barriers, we're gonna keep doing what we do, we're gonna keep having guests on, we're gonna keep having grown folks conversations. And, you know, I don't know. What did he say? If you would have hit her with the Kevin Samuels, how many of them outvalue wanted to marry her? Yeah, and that's why I stayed quiet, because it was so many things I wanted to say, but I was like, nope, I ain't gonna do it. Niece, I don't know when I was never rude. I never really said much of anything other than when she tried to silence Adrian on his own podcast. I'm like, he can talk, it's his podcast. I can tell him he ain't got no opinion. We did. We definitely heard her and helped. Well, we hope we helped her. We helped her some kind of way.
Nah.
We gave her something to talk about. I don't know about helping her grow.
Well, we definitely helped her in that regards, but yeah.
Jen said that she want to come back. Will y'all let her?
I think we would need to have a behind the doors conversation.
It's a hard no for me.
You know, I'll have a conversation behind closed doors, but
child, no.
Because why we do that now we really setting ourselves up, because she gonna do everything she can, and yeah, nah, I'm good. But we can have a conversation,
because she displayed over and over again that there is no need to have a conversation with her because she's not willing to listen at all. It's either you agree with her or you don't. I don't want to talk to nobody like that. I ain't got time. I feel split. I want to apologize to all the men in the world that got to deal with women like this, because this is crazy. That's terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. I am sorry. I am. It would be good to show how to have good. We tried to have good conflict last night, Jen. She hung up on us. She left and then blocked Drina. Yep, there you go, Kenneth. Look at that boy, that Taylor boy. Look at that Taylor boy right there. That's a grown man right there. That's Adrian nephew. Yeah, and the problem, and the thing is, one thing she said that is absolute facts is that there are a lot of women like her out there. That's the unfortunate thing. Yeah, Jen. She
start watching.
Jamel, I don't know what her purpose. I don't know. I never talked to the lady till she came on the platform, so I don't know if she was here to. Looking back at it, it just looked like she was on a mission. Y'all was gonna hear her truth, and I don't care how you heard it, but you was gonna get it. That was it. She didn't care what we had to say. She was telling men how men are and how men are supposed to be and what they are. Like she was telling. But it's 3:00, y'all. We just came on here to talk to y'all for 30 good little minutes to get that out. We cleansing our energy. We back to our good, fun, happy-go-lucky energy over here on the Breaking Barriers podcast. No more weirdos. Drina. No.
Y'all don't know how bad I felt last night. I was like, oh my God.
Rouse said she couldn't find no flaws in you, Adrian. That's why she was mad.
Yeah, she thought I was just coming for it. I wasn't coming for it. I was just trying to have a conversation. And it had absolutely nothing. And it had absolutely nothing to do with the video, because it didn't apply to me. And when things don't apply to me, I don't care. So who she was talking to, the audience she was talking to, and who the audience was for wasn't for me.
But that's
My
when
whole
you said that gave her so much ammunition. Because in her mind, if this doesn't apply to you, then you're not qualified to talk about it. That's the stance she took. Happy Black History Month, and see you next week.
Black History Month.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be some other buffoonery to talk about next week. But back to work. And y'all be safe.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your day.
Y'all do the same. See y'all. Bye, folks in the comments. Appreciate y'all.